move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's for... The UMass offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to race to the edge on 1st and goal with the wide receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small, so I like the idea.
Big guy tries to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about the response from this defense, putting the whole...
UMass hoping that big run will give them some momentum. Back to throw, it's Hairston. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Find space on the right. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting it.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
How about this defense in this game?
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Looking for a man. It's Hairston. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
One thing this
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said,
the Minutemen going back to work on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The UMass offense returns to the field. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Here's the heat. He's going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Got his man quickly. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Dropping back, it's Hairston. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the back.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. UMass to the line, facing 3rd and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
It doesn't get any better.
The UMass offense returns to the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hairston. Rushes on him. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Looking deep. He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll immediately call timeout. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Easy completion on the shuffle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the 1st week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time. They'll try the left side. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And they're starting to bring some noise here on this early 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And I think
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the ground with the back. Stuffed almost in his track, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Look out, he's got room. Knocked off his feet. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
He was trying to push it down.
Rides the back on the option to give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Unleashes one. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free. corners are walked up tight. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. No huddle offense to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that is a great job by...
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the run, it's Flowers. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a first half like that there in Bloomington. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the...
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Looking for more room.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first